Okay, so I'm going to make this one quick, much quicker than the last one. It doesn't take much scrolling through the troll box on BTCE to find people just saying, oh, check it out, LTC's now on Gox, just reload your page, blah, 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 blah. And there's just bots that say it constantly for, a pump and dump on LTC or some of the other alt currencies that have hit here and some of the other websites as well. So I think there's a lot of talk about altcoins right now. I think there's a lot of potential. I think there's a lot of crap. Whatever you think, it doesn't really matter. I've been watching them a lot lately. And so I wanted to write a program that checked out whether or not they currently existed on MtGox or not. While things like Fem2 Tracker and whatever that one is called, like website changed or whatever, those are great. The problem is they don't like APIs or the JSON file that that the browser receives, and it freaks out. And the other problem is it doesn't send you 50 text messages in the morning at 3 a.m. when these things actually go online. And I would actually like that, and not just a casual email saying, hey, by the way, LTC's online on MtGox. So I want to be the first one to know about it. And so I've written this program to do that. And I actually thought a little bit ahead. I'd like to know not only if LTC comes on MtGox, but if Namecoin comes out on MtGox, or Feathercoin, or DGC, or WDC, or the 100 others that are out there right now. Which one will win? I don't know. But either way, from now and into the future, I would really like to know whenever they come online. So as you can see right here, this program's extremely simple. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Let's just run through what it does. It checks the API every 120 seconds. You really need to have this number bigger than 15. And I suggest, every 2 minutes. Maybe more. I mean, you don't have to be refreshing it constantly. And if you refresh it too often, you're going to start getting errors because they don't like that. The other thing is, now you can select up to 5 different symbols. You could change this to GBP. You could change it to RUB, EUR, whatever. You can do that on any of these. So you can see if these currency pairs are available. Currently, if I uncheck any of these boxes, I will not receive text updates for them, but they will tell me if they're available. So if you want to get a text update, these boxes do have to be checked. If you don't check them, you will just see available. So as you can see here, there's a difference between these two. So it checks to see if LTC is on the MtGox API, which it actually is right now. It's just not returning any values. So it's listed, but it's inactive. Feathercoin, however, not available at all. And I could change this to LTC EUR, and it will still say listed inactive. Now, I'm going to change this to a lower number so that you can actually see. Well, let's take this opportunity to point out there's not a lot of great error correction in this program. So, you definitely need to put in numbers correctly. The only error correcting in this program is if you try to put in a number less than 15. After that, I pretty much gave up. Don't put in G5 or something like that in here, because the program will probably crash. I can't guarantee you that it'll come back up because it saves the data whenever the program exits. And I'm not beta testing this one like I did the other one. So just use some common sense here. I'm also going to take this opportunity to say there are no dashes in the phone number. Make sure you put in your email address properly. Put in your password properly. This all needs to work. I had tons of people email me on the last one because they never changed their email address here to their email address, or their phone number to their phone number. I don't know how you thought you were going to get SMS messages, sending via email if you didn't put those in. If you don't feel comfortable using your password and username or whatever for this program, that's fine. Go create a throwaway Gmail account. Do that. This is already set up for Gmail with the proper port number and everything, and there is a huge list of I have to turn always on top off because I didn't develop this for other people. Sorry. There's a huge list here of other carriers that you can use. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying is these need to be checked in order to actually receive a text update. And you'll notice if I change this one to say BTC, if I change this one to BTC USD, it now says active. Hooray! Yes, because BTC does in fact exist on the MtGox API. Now I could change this to EUR and it would tell me the exact same thing. Now, if I check this box, every 30 seconds, it will send me a text message. I can put this at 1 just to prove a point here. Zoom out here. Yeah, it's about to blow my phone up here with text messages. Okay, that's probably insane. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, so I'm going to put this back to where it really should be at 120. See? I don't give a crap. Okay, and I'm going to put this back on 30. I really don't suggest you send your... So there's some bad error handling there. The program just freaked out because I deleted this. So what I'm going to do is quickly type in 2. Okay, great. Really, you need to be careful about this program. I want to say this again. There is not a lot of good error handling in this program. Deal with it, okay? I'm not going to spend as much time as I did on the last one. So anyway, go back to FTC, and I'm going to check all of these again. And when it refreshes in 120 seconds, it will go back to the normal state. So, yeah, make sure your phone number is in here, no dashes or anything. Make sure your email address is correct in here. Make sure your password's correct in here. The program will freak out if either of these are blank. I tried to put a little bit of error correcting in there, but it's really, there's no good error correcting in this program. Sorry, again, deal with it. If you have any questions that aren't answered in the text document that was included, send me an email to this email address, bitcoinsmsalert@gmail.com, and I'll try and help you out if I can. If you want to run this program at startup, just throw this into your Windows startup folder. That's explained in this text document as well here. I highly suggest that you read this text document because there may be a few things that I forgot to mention. This program runs on the .NET framework. There's a registry file that you absolutely have to run in order for this program to work. It's explained here with more information about it. You can read over it. You can tell that it's not anything bad or anything like that. Yeah, this goes into a little more information about how to get in touch with me or anything like that if you have any questions. If you don't run this registry file, because it was written in VB and it relies on Internet Explorer and like a few other features to connect with the API or whatever, if you don't run this registry file, it will not work. It will just ask you if you want to download the JSON every single time it hits it. So run that. If you have any questions, email me. I did spend a couple of days on this. I'd appreciate it if you throw me a donate to any of these currencies. Again, my always on top there. Throw me anything. I'll take it. I'd appreciate it. Any of these currencies. Prefer probably any of these. LTC, Namecoin, FTC, DGC, WDC. But I'll take anything. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoy it.